All right, so I was kind of busy last weekend. The NBA playoffs, the NFL draft. I was very much so focused on sports. So I didn't get around to the music. But I did see that Jack Harlow dropped a surprise album. And I listened to that album and I saw the type of praise and just the overall general reaction to the album. And I thought to myself, is Jack Harlow good? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Is Jack Harlow good? So first off, I think it'll be good to note that I do have a good amount of history with Jack Harlow. While most really started listening to him back when he dropped What's Poppin', and I think 2019, 2020, sometime before COVID, and then had that music video with Lyrical Lemonade that really put him on the map, I was listening to him back in like 2018, 2017, and of course, this wasn't on purpose. I was on Google Play Music. Yeah, that's how long ago it was. I was on Google Play Music and I had autoplay on, and Dark Knight by Jack Harlow popped up. And at the time, I really liked it. To this day, I still kind of have a lot of good feelings towards that song because I have a lot of good memories with it. So I think it's just something that I just like because of the memories I have with it. But so I've listened to him for some time, and he did drop his new album, Jack Boy, and I saw the type of praise it received and the overall good reviews. And my thought process behind that and why I think that is because this legitimately is some of the best music he's ever dropped. And it's not even that good. This album to me, it's not really good, but it's also not bad either. It's like average to above average. It's listenable, it's passable, but I also understand, well, that's just my personal opinion, but then I also understand the appeal. I understand the appeal of why people like this album. On this album, Jack is rapping pretty well. And the thing with Jack Harlow is he's not a bad technical rapper. Jack Harlow can rap. He does have some flows and he can put good bars together when he needs to. This album is short and sweet and it gets the point across. It also kind of brings us a little bit inside Jack Harlow's world as much as he can, and it also provides some commentary on what he sees across the landscape of hip hop, which is kind of interesting coming from him. But like I said, I can see the appeal. I just don't think it's that good. It's a type of album that no one's really going to come back to in a few weeks. And to me, it's an album with a whole lot of shallow substance. A guy like Jack Harlow is very surface level when he raps, and that's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing when you're surface level and your music is also not interesting, not catchy, not just good to listen to. One of the most shallow rappers there is a guy like Travis Scott. And the reason he's so likable and people love his music is because it sounds good. Jack Harlow music, I mean, this album, while the songs are pretty decent and pretty good, some of them are pretty good. A song like No One Answers I kind of like. They Don't Love It is also pretty good. Gang Gang is also all right, but it's hard to differentiate them. He's using a lot of the same flows, very similar beats. They sound very, very similar to me. But like I said, it's kind of funny. This is some of his best work. And I think a problem a guy like Jack Harlow has to me is very similar to a guy like Drake. Now, I'm not comparing Drake and Jack Harlow. I personally hate those comparisons because those comparisons are so disrespectful to Drake. I think just because how formulaic Drake has gotten over the years that we truly forget how good he was when he first came out. Jack Harlow is not in the same stratosphere as Drake when it comes to being an artist. He has never been. He is definitely not right now, and he is definitely not back in the day when Drake was really cooking. He's just not like that. That's very disrespectful to a guy like Drake, and it shows me that y'all just fall for these or love giving these little comparisons just because a guy tries to emulate him. Jack Harlow has always, from my knowledge when I listen to him, especially when I go back, he tries to mimic a guy like Drake, a guy like Chris Brown, these pop artists and pop rappers. That's what he tries to do. But he's at his best when he doesn't try. That's the same could be said for a guy like Drake. These are rappers that they're at their best when they don't try and they just rap and making music. When they try to be something they're really not. When Jack tries to be a pop rapper and tries to come at you with this bravado that feels forced, like Jack Harlow raps like that dude who was really popular in high school and is just still living in that illusion that he's still that dude. When in reality, maybe it's just time to grow up a little bit. Now, on to the question. Is Jack Harlow good? Is he a good rapper? And I think he falls somewhere in between good and bad rapper. He is not a bad rapper, in my opinion, but he's also not a good rapper. He is extremely average, and it's something you can find in a lot of places. Now, I do understand his rise to fame and why he has his popularity. Jack Harlow is a likable person. When you have that type of personality that people are going to like, people find you funny, people find you all of that, you're going to be successful, and you can parlay that into more than just being a rapper. I mean, he already is. He's about to star or co-star in a White Man Can't Jump reboot. Now, a White Man Can't Jump reboot is not the smartest thing because people are going to hate that movie just because it's called White Man Can't Jump, but he's doing that. He's trying to parlay that into some sort of acting career. But, for a guy like Jack Harlow, my comparison for him would be a lesser version of a Big Sean. I think Big Sean is a much better artist and rapper than a Jack Harlow, but to me, they're very similar. There are two dudes who can rap, but at times try and really just fish for hits. That's what I feel like Big Sean does, and Big Sean's at his worst when he does that. When Big Sean just raps over beats that he's been given and just purely just raps, he's really good, but he's kind of inconsistent. And I think him and Jack Harlow fall under that same kind of thing. But I don't think Jack Harlow is close to the type of rapper Big Sean is. I just think they're very similar in their approach and what they do. So all in all, I don't really think Jack Harlow's good. I think an album like this or a mixtape or whatever this is can convince people for the time being that he is more than what he is because this little project is so much better than anything else he's ever released. And it sounds the most like a true hip-hop record. Like, I saw people say that this is why you need to bully people into rapping. And while I do believe that does work sometimes, did it work in this case? In my opinion, kind of, sort of. I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion of Jack Harlow. It's very all over the place because Jack Harlow is a very interesting character in hip-hop. He just is. But yeah, that's my opinion. Please leave your opinion in the comments below. And please don't forget to like, comment, and especially don't get to subscribe. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm going to see y'all later. Peace.